I'm pretty fed up of the noise online, of the different solutions that people offer you and the new fancy funnels they've got and the gurus and the coaches for coaches shouting about their new systems and processes. Because when it comes to like actually getting clients online, getting the coaching clients that you're looking for, it is very straightforward. There are only a few basic fundamental steps that no matter what type of coach you are, no matter what niche you're in, and no matter what guru or coach for coach that you listen to, they're all going to give you the same baseline and outline of how to get client. And today, I want to give you the fundamentals of what it actually takes to get more clients and how to actually grow, so that you can ignore all of the noise that's online. You can focus on what actually matters. You can grow in a very simple, sustainable way. Because once you understand what you're doing, getting clients isn't hard at all. The issue then becomes, how do you take on more and still be able to deliver for them, right? And so if anybody doesn't know me, my name's Alex and Joss. I run a marketing agency. We specialize in helping coaches. We specialize in helping coaches by taking the guesswork out of sales and marketing for them. And at the time of recording this, we've generated over 50 coaches, over $1 million in revenue. So just to dive literally straight into it, when it comes to getting clients online, there are 4 fundamental elements that are required to do so. That's it. You need a traffic source, right? You need a way for people to find you. If you're not visible and if you're not getting eyeballs on you, it doesn't matter how great of a coach you are, how great your back-end sales systems and conversion processes are. If you haven't got eyeballs, it doesn't matter. So the first thing you need is a traffic source. The second thing you need is a way to capture those eyeballs and turn them into leads, people that raise their hand and show some interest. The third thing you need is a way to book them in for calls. And the fourth thing you need is a way to convert those calls into clients. There is literally nothing else more than that to it. And this is going to sound like really basic, really simple advice. And that's because it is, right? I've dedicated the last 4 years of my life to learning this. How do you get customers online? How do you get customers that are going to pay you thousands and thousands and thousands upfront when they first meet you online? And that is how you do it. That's all the steps it is, right? And I went through this process myself where I listened to all these people online with the big names and the big brands and the big fancy promises and the new systems and the new fancy funnels, and I got sucked into all of that noise and it got confusing. And everyone now, even to this point in my journey, it's easy to get something to people trying to claim that they have something new, claim that they have a new solution, there's a new way to do this, the AI this, funnel that. It doesn't really matter. All it takes is what I've just shared with you there, right? And I just want to break down for you now how those steps look in practical terms and what I've found the simplest way to do it, in particular for coaches. So the first thing I've found, to break down the first point, which obviously is the traffic source. Now, when it comes to actually having that traffic source, realistically, if you're really trying to grow and really take stuff to that next level, you've got 2 options. You've got organic content or you've got paid ads, right? Traffic can also be referrals, can be word of mouth, but that is also always very limited, as everybody knows. So, for example, right, organic content is good, can be good, it's very inconsistent. It makes you put on the hat of a marketer at a very high level, and you have to pump out tons of content to even get some traction and some views. And if you get those views, you have no control over whether that person's quality. So from a traffic point of view, I'd recommend that every coach, to get more clients, uses paid ads. Very simply, you don't need a massive budget, right? I've helped coaches get amazing transformations who are spending anywhere from £300 a month to £6,000 a month on their adverts, right? So the budget doesn't actually matter that much as you'd think. The main thing is your messaging, how you're talking to those people, and the type of ads that you're running. Now, the type of ads that I recommend, which are the simplest and I've seen to get the best return on and the quickest growth, are ads that drive people to follow you on Instagram. It's as simple as that. There's nothing more to it than that. You create an advert that sends people to your Instagram. You position your Instagram as a lead magnet in a sense where you create it so valuable that your target avatar feels silly not to follow you once they've been directed there through your advert. And that is essentially all you do from a traffic point of view. Right, and by doing that, by putting that budget behind ads, you're guaranteeing yourself every single day you're going to get thousands of impressions thanks to the Instagram algorithm. So you know you've got the traffic source bottleneck fixed, right? And that's the main thing. That's the top. If you don't have anything coming in, nothing's going to come out of it, right? So you have no eyeballs coming in, you're never going to get the clients off the back of that. So that's your first problem fixed. The second fix is how do you capture them? And I've sort of already touched on it, but like I said, the Instagram becomes a lead magnet. So when you're running any type of ads, think of it this way, right? You are offering people something of value, something useful, in exchange for their information so that you can contact them. So, for example, you could offer a free ebook in exchange for an email address. All we're doing here is we're doing it slightly differently. So you're offering them your Instagram page in exchange for a follow. And that is how you capture them. And the reason why that works better is because it goes against the typical funnel approach, right? Most typical funnels, what they do is they send people to opt in and go through this process, and you lose 80 to 90% of the leads that you generate. You never hear back from them. Half of them are rubbish quality. Most people opt out and unsubscribe from emails, SMS, etc. And it's silly. It doesn't make sense because 80 to 90% of the market isn't ready to buy right now. Whereas what we're doing here is we're simply asking people to follow us. They can opt in with a very low friction. They don't need their email or their phone number to begin with. The page is set up and optimized to be valuable for them. All they have to do is press follow. So it's very unlikely that people will opt out. It's very unlikely that people will leave your page. And then that means you've got all of these leads here that you can capitalize on and do more with and nurture a lot easier because you can do that through your content, etc. Right, so that's then how you capture the lead. Now, in terms of how you then book in the calls, again, it's super simple. You've got two ways to do this. Way number one, from a more basic perspective, is you message your new followers. Once you set up your page and you position yourself as an expert and you create your Instagram to act as a lead magnet, valuable for your target clients, again, like I say, all you have to do is message them, see if they have a pain point, see what their goals are, see if they're open for support or new ideas on how you could get to that goal, and offer them a call. That's essentially it. And that's just the third bottleneck fixed. And the fourth bottleneck is very simple. Once they're on the call, you just have a process and a discovery call process to get them to sign up. That is all you need to get clients. It doesn't matter what you're offering, who you're offering it to, that is what you need. You need a traffic source. You need a way to capture that traffic and turn some of it into leads. You need a way to engage that prospect and that person in a way where you can sell to them. Typically, a call is better for most. And then from that, all you need, like I say, is just a way to make that conversion. And for this instance, I recommend doing a call. Some people will do it on a webinar. Some people will do it in person. It doesn't actually matter. That is all you need to get clients. I'm not going to go into tons of detail in this video. I just wanted to give you that as a refresher and as a breakdown for you to know that that's all you need. You don't need all of these complex processes and all this fancy stuff that people thrown at you to try and woo you and put their shiny objects in front of you. At a fundamental level, that is all it takes to get clients and grow your business. That's it. So I hope you found that useful. If you've got any questions at all, feel free to let me know. And my calendar is below. So if you want to book in the chat and show you how I can help you to install those simple steps and get them up and running, feel free to do so.